Is it gonna say this? Everyone on the disc knows the legend of Eleanor of Torst, or at least everyone knows the legend of Eleanor of Torst, or Crix, or Harba, or Harb. I can't read these names. You can read it yourself. Just read it yourself. Just read it yourself. Just read it yourself. What is all? Are we reading a freaking book? All right, there you go. No, they weren't. Yeah, if I wanted a book, I would have read Discworld. Look at this 3D. Look at it. It's amazing. Oh! Is he dead? He looks pretty dead. Okay. Cool. It's night. It's raining.
I've had some bad days since I started work as a private investigator. But I'd never woken up dead before. It all started the week before, on a cold and wet Sectober day in Ankh-Morpork, the oldest and most depraved of all the cities on the Discworld. But hey, you've gotta love it.
I love it.
I'd been working as a PI for a little over a month, and business was slow. Hiring an investigator to look into your business requires trust, and the amount of trust in Ankh-Morpork wouldn't fill a cup. And it's a small cup I'm talking about. Sure, people trust that you don't get on the wrong side of the patrician. People trust that you don't walk into the shades alone. People trust that the Assassin's Guild will fulfill their contracts or double your money back. Yeah, people even trust death. Just don't ask them to trust their mothers.
Loading. It's taking a little bit longer to load because we're emulating the actual hardware, by the way. Act 1! Discworld Noir.
Mr. Lewton?
If I'm not, I should fire the guy who painted the door.
So this is what a private investigator looks like. I expected someone more heroic.
Heroism costs extra. What can I do for you, Miss...
Mrs. actually. And the name is Carlotta.
Okay, Mrs. Actually. Carlotta it is. What's a girl like you doing out on a night like this?
I want to hire you, Mr. Lewton.
Please, call me Lewton. Mr. sounds so formal.
How much do you charge for a simple investigation?
I don't know. I've never had a simple investigation. A tricky one is 20 a day.
I'll give you 200 in advance, plus expenses.
For 200, I guess I should treat you with some respect.
Oh, I wouldn't ask a guy like you to attempt the impossible.
What's the case?
Nah.
I want you to find a man named Mundy.
Why do you want to find Mundy?
Do you know him?
No. And this case will go a lot faster if you let me ask the questions.
You like to be in control, don't you, Lewton?
If you don't pull the strings, then you're the puppet. Tell me about you and Mundy.
I've been a lonely woman, Lewton.
You amaze me.
Be surprised.
Shocked, maybe, but not surprised.
Mundy is my lover, Lewton. Or used to be. He's been away for a while, over in Sort. He came back to Ankh-Morpork a couple of days ago on the Milka. But he didn't come to see me. I think he may be having an affair. You're wondering whether my husband knows about it.
Actually, I was wondering when you were going to give me the money.
My husband passed away several years ago.
I hope the poor guy was smiling at the time. Is there anything you can tell me about Mundy that might help me find him?
He's got blue eyes, brown hair, and a black heart. You'd like him.
Has he got any friends in Ankh-Morpork?
Does anyone?
How tall is he?
I don't know. I don't picture him standing up.
What was Mundy's business in Sort?
I don't know.
Dunk.
I never asked about his work, and he never told me.
Must be a very straightforward relationship.
As simple as they come.
Where can I find the ship he came in on?
Down at the wharf.
Have you been there yourself?
I avoid places like that. Women and seamen.
Forget I asked. This is a bad neighborhood for you to come into alone, Carlotta.
I can take care of myself.
I believe you.
Good. Trust is important.
I said I believed you. I never said I trusted you.
Don't you like me, Lewton?
I like a lot of things. I like dogs, but I wouldn't trust one not to bite me.
I won't bite.
Shame. I haven't been bitten in a long while. I'd better get started on your case. Where can
This
I
is
contact
quite
you?
the banter, I must say.
Be seeing you, Lewton.
I hoped I would see her again, because she still hadn't paid me. Still, it wasn't every day that a beautiful woman offered me a case. Frankly, it wasn't often that anybody offered me a case. And 200 would certainly help pay the rent, if I had anything left over from my bar bill.
You can't see my... oh yeah, you can see the cursor. Alright. Okay, we got a pointer.
Sapient pearwood comes from a plant so magical that it is totally impervious to all forms of magic, and so valuable that thieves have cut each other's throats to own it. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford a desk made out of it, so I made do with pine. It's a nice desk, though.
What did it say?
I had purchased a large indexed scroll rack to keep track of all the cases I was going to handle. The Mundy case made it 2.
Alright.
A lot of strange things had happened to me since becoming a private investigator. But the weirdest was the irrepressible sensation that the most important thing for me to own as a PI was a door with my name painted on the glass. Some mysteries are best left unsolved, I guess.
Wait, what's that? Coffee machine.
With CMOT Dibbler, you could say bye to quality. I'll say this for the ICBM. It made coffee strong enough to blow your head off. On the downside, the imp tended to use most of the beans to fuel its own addiction. Some days the poor thing was so jittery the coffee machine would vibrate off the shelf. Nothing like a cup of imp-made coffee to make me jittery and paranoid. Nothing like a...
Double click. You double click. That's what I was messing
All I had
up.
to do was track down Mundy and tell Carlotta where he was. I could hardly carry the desk up.
Okay, I guess we're leaving. I don't know what to do. I don't think there's anything we can do in there. Oh my god! we just got like a little bit. There's a case about a thing. There's stuff by the docks or the wharf or whatever. I guess we're going down to the wharf. Oh, it's the only place we can actually go. Okay, cool.
The wharf was on the upmarket side of the river, in the city of Ankh. The Morpork docks on the other side of the river were not a place wise travelers disembarked at. But then again, wise travelers tried to avoid Ankh-Morpork altogether. But if you traveled a lot, it was hard to miss. Like malaria.
Where am I? Oh, I'm there.
The Milka was a tramp schooner, one of the many ramshackle ships that plied their trade around the Circle Sea. From the looks of it, it should have sunk years ago. Even the rats thought twice before boarding it.
Oh, angle change.
Something told me I wasn't going to learn anything useful from the sailor. A crate. What more could I say? The crates on the wharf were built on a large frame, sturdy and thick.
Oi! Get away from that!
A lot like the sailor. I couldn't carry the crates even if I couldn't tell what the crates contained, and frankly, I didn't much care. Outgoing cargo wasn't going to tell me much. I needed to know whether Mundy had brought something with him.
It is very dark. This game is quite dark. It's dark for me too, because it's dark. It's dark outside. Maybe when it's day, it won't be so dark.
The first mate didn't look particularly willing to let people aboard. What did I need bollards for? It wasn't like I could move them anyway. The first mate wasn't as hostile as I might have expected, but he wasn't particularly helpful either. Are you the first mate?
Arr! Shiver me timbers! Hoist the main brace!
Let's start again. Are you the first mate?
Aye, that I be.
You're not going to get any money off me, so you can drop the fake accent.
Sorry, you know how it is. Some people are stupid enough to fall for that sort of thing. What can I do for you?
What's all this stuff?
When do you sail?
As soon as we've got her loaded.
How much is passage?
Where are you looking to go?
I don't know. Sort, perhaps.
We've just come from there. It'll be a long time before we get back there again.
Did you bring any passengers?
Sure. We always try to take a couple of passengers. They pay their way, and if there's a big storm, they are very useful as to sacrifice to the angry sea gods. Of course, we tell people they were washed over the side.
What were the passengers on the last voyage like?
There were 3 of them. One of them seemed all right, but the other 2, I don't know about them. There was something strange about them.
Whoa! We gotta write stuff down. We got clue. We got clue.
Do you sacrifice passengers often?
No, the captain doesn't like it. He says it's bad for business. I said that we were advertising ourselves as offering an exciting tour of the Circle Sea. But he pointed out that most people would expect the tour to be above the water. If I'd had my way, we'd have thrown some people off the last voyage.
Bad omens?
The whole crew had a bad feeling of dread from the moment we set off.
Looking at the state of the ship, that doesn't come as a surprise. What was strange about these passengers?
I don't know. One of them seemed kind of foreign. I mean, more foreign than most.
You know, I don't know the answer to that.
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
Doesn't ring any bells, I'm afraid.
The first mate hadn't been able to tell me much about the other passengers on the Milka, but he did know that there was something distinctly foreign about one of them.
Nothing.
Well, safe voyage, if that's possible.
Alright. Somebody was foreign. Alright, got it. This does not tell me a whole lot. I can't go any. I can only go to my office. That's it. What can I do in my office?
All I had to do was I could hardly carry the desk. Nothing like a cup.
Must have been something I missed. Either on this screen or on the docks. Alright, we'll go back, I guess. This interface is kind of difficult. Just a dot. Hey, the guy's gone. The dude's gone. The sailor's gone.
The crates on the wharf were built on a large frame. A crate.
Interesting.
The first mate still here? When do you sail? How much is? Where you? Sort.
It'll be. Did you?
We already done this conversation.
Well, safe for if that.
We've already had that conversation.
Still here?
Not from.
Yeah, it is. And I'm already stuck. Like, I feel like I don't quite understand the interface or something is going on. I don't know. Hopefully my internet doesn't go out like it did yesterday. That would suck.
I couldn't carry the crates even if I couldn't tell what the crates
We are the
contained.
knights who
Outgoing
say-
cargo wasn't going to. I needed to know whether Mundy had brought something with him.
We shall say "Nick" again to you if you do not appease us. We are now the knights who say "Icky, icky."
Along the length of the wharf were hundreds of posts for mooring ships to. It seemed like a lot of bollards to me.
Bollards!
We are now the knights who say "Icky, icky, 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 patang, zoom, boing."
I need to, maybe I need to look at the manual. Maybe I just don't understand what I can do. Wait! Somebody's in my office!
On an ordinary night, I'd sit around waiting for business. But this night, business was coming to me, and bringing trouble with it. Business, I didn't mind. But trouble was an unwelcome guest. And like all unwelcome guests, it was hard to ask it to leave. And by the third day, it was generally wearing your shirts and leaving its stuff in your bathroom.
Hello, Mr. Lewton. I've been expecting you.
I should hope so. This is my office. How'd you get in?
Through the door. It was only locked. I know all about doors.
Good. Use this one to get out.
I have a message for you, Mr. Lewton.
I don't take messages from strangers.
Then let me introduce myself. My name is Mr. Al-Khali.
I don't take messages from dwarves named after cities.
My name isn't important.
You seem to think it was.
I've come to warn you to stay clear of the Mundy case.
I'll bear that in mind. Now get out.
If you don't stay clear of the Mundy case, something untoward may happen to you.
Oh no!
This is Ankh-Morpork. Something untoward may happen to me whether I investigate this case or not. Now either you get out or I'll throw you out.
Don't say I didn't warn you, Mr. Lewton.
Don't say I didn't ignore you, Mr. Al-Khali. A dwarf named after the Klatchian city of Al-Khali. And a threat. This case was getting more interesting by the minute. All we needed was a troll and a member of the undead, and we could open an ethnic comedy on Broadway.
No, we got a clue! We got a clue! Let's go back to the docks and ask about the dwarf dude.
Still here?
Not for much longer.
What do you know about a dwarf named Al-Khali?
Doesn't ring any bells, I'm afraid.
God damn it. Well, that was useless. Wait, this guy's back again. He was gone, and now he's back.
Something told me
What am I supposed to do? Like, I've got 2 locations. Maybe there's something I don't know that I can do, and maybe that... Okay. I'm gonna hit it. Alright, I need to figure out how to save the game. That is kind of important right now. Alright, I got it. I got it now. So we should be able to hit F3, get the notebook, and page up. Okay, there's no other pages. Oh, there is more pages! Oh! There's more pages! Okay, this is important. Alright, there's more pages.
Still here?
Not for much longer.
Was there a man named Mundy on the last voyage?
It's funny you should ask that. You're the second person today to have an interest in Mundy.
Who was the first?
A dwarf. He didn't give his name. I don't think he was from round here, though.
What about Mundy? What was he like?
I don't pry into the passengers' business. But for a man who came on board pretty happy, he seemed pretty unsettled when he left. Not that I blame him. Something was definitely amiss on this last voyage.
Do you know where he is now?
Mundy? No. Like I said, I don't pry into passengers' business.
Unless you actually look through their luggage after they've been washed over the side.
Hey, what are you inferring?
I'm not inferring anything. I'm implying that you might have had a look at their luggage at one point.
If I had, I certainly wouldn't admit it to you.
Which either means you didn't look, or you didn't find anything of interest.
You better watch your steps, son. It's not good to make accusations like that.
Don't worry. Anything we discuss is strictly between you, me, and anyone else I tell.
That's legit.
Since that was who I'd learned about that from in the first place, I didn't feel I had much to gain.
Okay.
This is the Milka, isn't it?
That's what it says on the prow.
It's impossible to read anything written on that hull.
Just because you can't read it doesn't mean it isn't there. Reality is subjective after all.
Don't get all existential with me.
It was more ontological than existential.
That's a really bad habit you've got there.
What? Oh, sorry. I picked up a bad case of philosophy in Ephoebe a couple of years ago, and I haven't been able to get rid of it since. Just can't seem to shake it off. Normal as anything 1 minute. Next moment, I'm wondering if anything can truly be said to exist. A bit of a drawback when you're supposed to be navigating.
Okay. Assuming the existence of an objective shared universe, is this the Milka?
Yes.
Can I have a look on board?
No.
That better not be some kind of philosophical objection.
No one gets on board without Captain Jenkins' permission.
Where is the captain?
I don't know. But you could try the Cafe Ankh. He usually goes there when he's in
Yeah.
Ankh-Morpork. If it exists, of course.
New location! Aha! Oh. Oh! Oh, okay. Okay, I get it now. Okay. I understand how this thing works. Okay, we got a new location. So we can leave. Yeah. Our detective skills have leveled up because we figured out that there's more pages to our notebook. I'm cold. It's cold here. I am cold. Is this where the last game took place? Like the first two Discworlds? Did they take place here? It's chilly there too. It's like it's chilly everywhere, but it's not chilly everywhere. Yeah, this is where the last two games took place. Alright, well, we can go in two directions, apparently. Let's go this way first, the direction we're not supposed to go. Oh, is this the way out? No. It's some sort of... Oh. What is that? It's a golem. Okay, it's a crowbar!
I figured the golem wouldn't notice that the crowbar had gone missing. Not that I'm saying it didn't need it, just that I'd figured I'd get away with stealing it.
Yes, a crowbar. We always need a crowbar.
The cart was being loaded with barrels of wine. Apart from the wine, I can't say I was interested. I decided not to try stealing the wine barrels.
Okay, so if I push F2, I get this, and then I can click out and I can use it on the cart.
I didn't want to get caught putting the crowbar back.
But I didn't want to get caught putting the crowbar back. Okay, so this goes back. Where does this go? It goes to loading. Wait, where are we? Is the Cafe Ankh? I need to turn my space heater back on.
If the whiskey knocked you flat, or if everything was a blur when you met her. All that you remember are the tunes of a vampire.
Your video card warms up the room.
About impending doom. I'll fetch your tankard, fill it to the brim. A cask of stale, broken drum ale.
I don't have a mouse pointer, so
Again on the bank of the Ankh. Too much to drink, you could barely
oh, there I am.
even think. Too much bear hug.
I thought I told you never to play that song again. Oh, sorry, Mr. Lewton. It's just I wasn't expecting you to call by tonight, and You weren't expecting me? It's only been 8 years, Samael.
I guess my memory ain't what it used to be.
I don't know why Samael put up with my temper. He could have broken every bone in my body if he'd wanted to. But that's what made him special, I guess. That he'd take almost any kind of abuse from the clientele, and he'd still be there at the piano, playing better than anyone else in Ankh-Morpork.
I don't know. I don't know the last game that really taxed my video card, and now that I have this new one, I don't know.
I decided not to disturb. Hello, Nobby.
Hello, Lewton. How you been keeping?
I've been worse. Of course, I've been better, too. And I've been a hell of a lot better.
Maybe.
Not much worse.
That's good, isn't it?
Don't worry.
That wasn't on this card,
If Commander
though,
Vimes sees us together,
was it?
I'll
I don't think it was
tell
on my
him I
new
made you
computer.
talk to me.
It's not that I don't like you, Lewton. I mean, we was friends and all. But it's just, well...
It's just he'd bite your head off if he saw you talking to me.
He'd go spare.
That's true. I mean, we played Stray. Stray was like a pretty modern like game. Like with modern graphics and modern tech and all that stuff.
How you been keeping, Nobby? How's the rest of the watch?
Not so bad, Lewton. Been keeping myself busy. Been working with Sergeant Colon.
How is old Fatty Colon?
Still fat. I'll tell him I saw you.
No, you won't.
Okay, so maybe I won't. I was just being trite.
Polite.
Yeah, that's the one.
There. You're right there.
I guess I never really understood why it was that you didn't get kicked out as well, Nobby.
Me? I ain't never done nothing wrong.
Don't give me that, Nobby. When you were serving as quartermaster under the Duke of Pseudopolis, it was widely known that several items from the stores were found in your kit.
That was all above board. I had all the paperwork for him.
Your kit at the time consisted of 2 warehouses. I just think Vimes had a grudge against me.
Lewton, I know you're my friend and all, but you took a bribe.
Are you trying to tell me you never took a bribe?
Never.
The ham from Harga's House of Ribs?
Evidence.
The pocket clock from the Suicide in the Shades?
I wanted something to remember him by.
The money in the petty cash box?
Mislaid by someone.
Misappropriated by you.
I never misanthropated anything.
I just want to understand why it was that you could get away with all your petty theft, and I couldn't get away with one act of weakness.
Well, you see,
Just say it, Nobby. I'm not gonna hold it against you.
well, I reckon Mr. Vimes thinks that a bit of petty theft ain't something to get excited about. I ain't admitting anything, mark you. Nothing's ever been proved. Compared to some of the stuff that goes on in this city. But someone who's taken a bribe, well, that's like allowing the rich to avoid justice.
That wasn't why I did it.
I know. But you know Vimes.
Yeah, I know Vimes all right. What's Vimes up to these days?
He got
Yeah.
married.
Married? He was only ever married to his job.
Nah, straight up. He married into nobility.
Old Stoneface in the nobility. That'd drive him crazy.
Claire.
Well, he's sort of nobility himself now.
What?
They made him commander of the watch. And we got a great new premises down on Pseudopolis Yard. They're full of paintings and vases and all sorts.
Full?
Well, maybe not as full as when we moved in, but pretty full.
I'll have to call round sometime.
Yeah, that'd be good. We got a lot more members in the watch these days. And we got a new dartboard.
Life in the fast lane, huh? Do you seriously
New
think it's a
dartboard.
good idea for me to call around? I mean, Vimes isn't gonna like it.
Whatever you may think about him, he's loyal to his job. I can't say he'll welcome you with open arms, but he won't stop you.
Alright, notebook.
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
I'm not getting drawn into anything while I'm off duty. Wait till I'm back at the yard.
Has there been a dwarf around asking questions?
Can't this wait till I get back to the yard? I'm off duty.
He's saying duty.
Do you know anything about a man named Monday?
I'm not getting drawn into any... Wait.
Alright, he's not gonna answer my questions, so... He's just not gonna answer my questions. Hey, it's Captain Jenkins. I wanted to talk to him. Hey, why is it loading? What's with all these loading screens?
Are you Captain Jenkins?
That depends on who's asking.
Don't play games. I'm just after a few answers.
That song really put you in a bad mood, didn't it?
If you're trying to get me angry, it's working.
No need to get upset. You need to drink more and think less.
If I drank any more than I do now, I'd never think again.
That's the ticket.
So, you're the captain of the Milka.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately?
Ordinarily, I'd be happy being a captain of a fine ship like the Milka. But after this last voyage, I'm thinking of taking up farming.
Tough journey?
I don't want to talk about it.
What was so bad about the last voyage?
I told you I don't want to talk about it.
He did say that.
Sometimes it helps to talk about these things.
Why would I want to talk about it?
All right, let's put that another way. I want to talk about it, and the sooner I finish talking to you, the sooner you can get back to drinking.
By that logic, my best bet would be to just ignore you and carry on drinking.
I was never much good at logic. I did home economics at school. I was hoping you'd let me have a look around on the Milka.
I was hoping that I was going to make enough money to be able to buy myself a harem of exotic dancers called Chantel. But it looks like we're both going to be disappointed.
I understand you were carrying a man named Monday on your ship.
What's it to you?
I was hoping to find him.
Owes you money, does he?
No, he's an old friend.
Him? You must think I'm as drunk as I look.
Aren't you?
Well, okay, so maybe I am. What did you want to know?
Where is he now?
I've no idea. We picked him up in Sort a couple of weeks ago and we brought him here. That's about all I want to know about him.
Did he say what he was coming to Ankh-Morpork for?
I think he said he was meeting someone.
Who?
I can barely remember my own name, let alone something I overheard through a doorway last week.
Okay.
The Milka looks like a good ship.
You know nothing about ships, do you? She looks like exactly what she is. A run-down tramp schooner with no future.
Any chance I could look around her anyway?
All I want to do is get the cargo loaded and get out of this god's-forsaken city. I don't need people snooping around on board.
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
There's no one I know.
Do you know anything about voodoo?
On your last voyage, there were 3 passengers, right? Monday and 2 others.
You tell me. You seem to know more about my ship than I do.
I just want to know what you can remember about them.
I remember that we picked them up in Ecclepon, and I know they had a lot of cargo. Oh, and one was a woman, and one was a man, I think.
You think he was a man?
There was something particularly foreign about him. I'm not sure what.
Where's Ecclepon?
Up near the hub. God's forsaken place. All there is to do there is drink and eat fish sandwiches with no tops on.
Sounds like a long way from the Circle C.
We got lost, all right.
What does that mean?
It's easy to mix up port and starboard
Wait.
when you've drunk too much port.
Are they still on board?
Wait.
Nope. We dropped them in Ankh-Morpork. And before you ask, I have no idea what they were doing here. That's not my business.
I was beginning to realize that Captain Jenkins only had 2 questions to ask his passengers. Where are you going? And how much money have you got?
Fish sandwiches with no tops on them. Is that like Gregory said, an open-faced fish sandwich? That sounds weird. Like, is it really a sandwich then? Or is it like fish tacos? Because you just take open-faced fish sandwich, boom, fold it in half, boom, you got a taco. I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, it seems like maybe if we read the books, we'd know. But I don't know.
What do you know about a dwarf named Al-Kali?
There's no one I know.
Has there been a dwarf around asking questions?
I wouldn't know anything about that.
You've read the books and you don't get it? Oh, man.
Is there any way I
can...
My purse might not have been my most valued possession, but I sure felt happier when it was full than when it was empty. I suppressed the urge to ask for money. I was broke, sure, but I wasn't that desperate.
Did that help me at all? I feel like that didn't help me at all. Oh, there's a way over here too. Bar. They say sweep. Sweep.
My old friend, the bar. I was tempted to order a drink, but I was working. I suppressed the urge, although I could really have used one.
Doesn't look like there's anybody working at the bar.
Hello again. So, tough.
Okay, I've already asked all the questions, so I don't think we got any new responses either. So what do I do now? Well, first off, I'm hitting the wrong button. We didn't get any new responses, so... Oh, I know. We got a new location, I think. Actually, I think we got a new location. Didn't we? No, we didn't. Thought we did, but we didn't. Let's go back to my office, I guess. Nothing new here. Alright, I want to try this whole dragging clues thing. Whoops. Just for funsies.
The dwarf had tried to... I knew right from the start that he knew more than... Perhaps I should concentrate on finding out who the stranger was. Perhaps I should... The dwarf had tried to... I knew right from... A lot of strange things. Some...
Okay, I'm very confused right now.
Perhaps I should concentrate on... The first mate had said that a dwarf had been asking about Monday before I had. That raised my suspicions that there was more going on than Carlotta was telling me.
Okay. I didn't gain anything for the captain at all. Did I? I feel like I didn't gain anything.
Still here?
Not from...
I gave the description of Al-Khali to the first mate, and he recognized it.
Yeah, that's the dwarf who was asking about Monday before. Strange little fellow.
A word of advice. Don't use phrases like strange little fellow when you're talking about dwarves. Especially not drunken dwarves, or dwarves like Al-Khali who seem to think they're invulnerable.
Okay, well, we scribbled that out. That's something, I guess. I don't know.
What was strange?
I don't know. One of them... I mean...
Is it lighter in here than it was?
Hello again.
Hello yourself.
Seems brighter in here now.
What do you know about...
There's no one else.
So, tough. I was
hoping that I...
What was...
Why?
Alright.
By that logic...
I did homie. Is there any...
Alright,
I'll see you.
Hey, oh no, he's still there.
Hello, Lewton. Mustn't grumble.
What do you...
I'm not getting drunk. Wait.
Do you know anything about some passengers that came in?
That's not much to go on.
You're a corporal in the watch. You're supposed to have a keen, insightful mind.
They brought that regulation in after I joined.
Oh man, I'm out of peach rings. I ate them too fast.
What do you...
I'm not getting drunk. Wait.
Have you heard of the milk? It arrived in town a short time ago.
How long ago?
3 days.
That's strange.
Why?
Well, there's been a string of odd murders in the last 3 days.
What do you mean, odd? I mean, this is Ankh-Morpork we're talking about.
I'm not sure I should discuss the details with a pavilion.
A civilian, Nobby. How much have you had to drink?
I'm as sober as the day I was born.
That's a frightening thought.
Hey, we got a new clue! And a new location!
Lobster!
Since that was who I'd learned about that from in the first...
Alright, let's talk back to... Let's talk to the captain again. I think maybe...
Hello again. Do you know anything about the recent murders in Ankh-Morpork?
I know that there are always murders in Ankh-Morpork. See Ankh-Morpork and die, they say. Often in the same day.
That's not a very helpful answer.
It wasn't a very sensible question.
Alright, that would be a no. But still, we got a new location. That's exciting. I like new locations. It was the yard.
I headed over to Pseudopolis Yard, but Nobby wasn't there yet. Still here? Do you know anything about the recent murders in Ankh-Morpork?
Sorry, I wouldn't know anything about that.
That would be a no. Alright. Get some more coffee.
Nothing like a cup of... All I had to do...
So, if I click on this, I go up here.
I had no reason to assume that had anything to do with the other pat. It wasn't impossible that Al-Khali could have something to do with the recent murders. What did that have to do with Mundy? Probably nothing. Mundy must have had business out of town. But what?
Alright. Oh man, this game has... It's very particular about... It seems to be kind of particular about the way you... the ordering in which you do things, but... You know, I'm not hating the game. I just don't know what to do. And it's also very dark.
The golem was loading wine barrels onto the cart, calmly and diligently. I would have pitied it, but there didn't seem much point. It was just magically animated clay.
I mean, I kind of feel like there's going to be a point there. At some point. I mean, there was a crowbar. But how does that help us right now? Oh, he's gone now. Maybe he's at the station now. He is, okay. Alright, he's at the station now. This game is weird about time. I don't know. I don't think time passes particularly, but it's just weird. It's so dark. The game is so dark.
Hello again, Nobby.
Hello, Lewton.
Did I disturb you?
No. What made you think that?
Well, there appears to be smoke coming from your ear.
Oh, that, well, I've been working hard, you see.
Working so hard that your ears have caught fire. Don't worry about it, Nobby. It's not like I'm going to report you.
I have been working, see?
Oh, sure. I never doubted it for a second. How's work treating you then?
Not so bad, Lewton. I've been busy, though. Rushed off my feet.
Yeah, I can tell. Do you know anything about a man named Mundy?
Never heard of him.
Have you learned anything about the Milka?
Yeah, not as such, no.
You go to great lengths to conceal how little work you do, don't you?
Hey.
Hey, that's not very nice.
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
Never heard of him.
I don't suppose you've investigated the passengers on the Milka, have you?
Of course I have.
Sorry, but you're not the most, diligent of investigators.
I work as hard as any man of my rank.
You're the only man of your rank. There's 3 dwarves, 2 troll, a woman and a zombie with the same rank as you, but you're the only human male. I know you're human because you carry a bit of paper to prove it, signed by the midwife. The maleness, I'll take that on trust.
Do you want me to help you or not?
What have you got?
Well, I interviewed one of the passengers.
What did you learn?
That's official watch business.
You didn't learn anything, did you?
Not as such, no.
Any chance I could interview this passenger?
I don't see why not. She's down in the Cafe Ankh now.
Well, that's something,
I
I
was
guess.
just there!
Do you know a dwarf by the name of Al-Khali?
Never heard of him.
How did you know he was male, then?
You can't trick me. Everyone knows dwarves don't use the female pronoun.
Okay, okay.
Mind you, I've always wondered what a female pronoun was.
One of nature's wonderful mysteries, Nobby.
Is it normally kept covered or what?
I'm going to leave it to your rather uninventive imagination, Nobby. Any word on these murders?
Nothing yet, but our top investigators are working on the case 24 hours a day.
Nobby?
Yeah?
Are you one of those crack investigators?
Yeah? Why?
Never mind. Just a thought.
Okay. I feel like, yeah. Alright, back to the cafe. Oh, she must be at the bar. Oh, God. Got music again. I disappeared.
You can't recall if the whiskey knocked you flat, or if
I thought I told you never to Ilsa. I thought I would never see her again. I prayed that I'd never see her again. But either the gods didn't listen, or they were having a laugh at my expense. Knowing the gods of the Discworld, I had a pretty good idea which. Play it again, Sam.
You know what? No one's ever going to believe you said that.
Loading. It's a cutscene. Cutscene.
Hello, Ilsa. How long's it been?
Too long.
That's funny. I was thinking that it wasn't long enough.
Aren't you pleased to see me?
Sure. Like a jellyfish praying for the tide to come in.
What's that supposed to mean?
If I always knew what I meant, I'd be a genius.
Back then, you always knew what to say.
I still know what to say. I just choose not to.
You're getting a big kick out of making me feel cheap, aren't you? Well, maybe I had it coming.
Hey, don't take my side. You'll take all the fun out of it.
Okay. Friendly
I spent
banter.
years rehearsing what I'd say if I saw you again. What I'd ask you. I tried to imagine what you'd say.
But now I'm here. You can't think of anything to say?
Now you're here, and I just want to slap you. Just once. Across the cheek.
What will that prove?
That I still haven't forgiven you.
You're not making this easy, Lewton.
Did you think I would? Did you think I'd just come bouncing up to you like a trained puppy? Maybe I'd wag my tail and wait for you to throw me a stick. Well, I'm never going to be another woman's dog for as long as I live.
That's cruel.
Not as cruel as the day you left me.
The song.
What made you ask for that song?
I was feeling sentimental.
It's good to know that you still remember me.
How could I forget?
I don't know. But you managed to leave. I figured you'd probably manage to forget as well.
Never.
I tried to forget you. I tried to forget the day you left. I tried to forget the good times. I tried to drown your memory in cheap whiskey.
And did you forget?
I don't remember.
I still remember you. That's what the song means to me. It's everything that's good about our
Did you
time
forget?
together.
I don't remember.
You got lucky, Elsa. You got all the good memories, and I got all the bad.
It didn't have to be like that.
It's always like that. I suppose you have some explanation for what you did. Some pat excuse that'll make everything all right.
There's no excuse for what I did.
At least we agree on one thing.
Why do you hate me so much?
Because I had everything when I had you. And when you left, you took everything with you. It's easy to hate someone who took it all away from you.
It hurts to hear you talk like this.
Good.
Good. Alright.
Tell me one thing, Ilsa. Are you involved in these murders?
What?
The murders. They started when you arrived in town.
I can't believe that you would think such a thing. That's terrible. I mean, I know I've done some bad things, but I've never killed anyone in all my life.
Just checking.
Just checking.
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
I've not met them. Sorry.
So, you came in on the Milka, did you?
Yes.
Alone?
No, I came with a companion.
It figures.
What?
Women like you are never alone.
I've been alone.
You know nothing about loneliness. You know nothing about what it's like to not know why you've been abandoned. You don't know what it's like to watch your career slip away because the one thing you care about has been taken from you. You don't know what it's like to spend years going into restaurants and asking for a table for one.
You don't eat in restaurants.
Okay, but if I did, that's what I'd ask for.
Why did you ask about the Milka?
You came aboard in Ecclepon, right? With a man.
Yes. His name's Two Conkers. How did you know?
It's my job to know.
You're being paid to find out where people board ships?
No, I'm a private investigator.
Got a name.
What do you know about a dwarf named Al-Khali?
I've not met them. Sorry.
Alright. Monday.
Have you met a man named Monday?
Yes, there was a man named Monday on the ship we came in on. He kept himself to himself mostly.
What can you tell me about him?
He seemed nervous.
Anything else?
I remember him going down to the cargo hold at one point. He looked really shifty, as if he was hiding something.
Is that it?
That's all I can think of.
Ilsa had told me she was traveling with a man named Two Conkers. For now, that was all I needed to know.
Alright, that's it. That's it.
Don't go far. I might want to shout at you again.
I'm sorry, Lewton.
Not sorry enough. Hello again.
Hello.
I can ask him about Two Conkers.
Do the names Ilsa and Two Conkers mean anything to you?
How many names is that?
Two.
Apparently not.
They were on your ship.
Ah, I see. Ask me that question again.
Do the names Ilsa and Two Conkers mean anything to you?
Yes, they were on my ship.
You're not gonna tell me anything useful, are you?
It's not looking likely, is it?
Alright. He is not helpful.